Hey everyone, it is LaShonda from Labors of Love, and I am here with another Therapy Thursday. Today, I want to talk about no more apologies. I recognize that for the vast majority of my life, I apologized for things that did not require an apology. What I also found is that even though there really was no apology that was required, people kept accepting my apology as if there were things to apologize for. Let me give you an example. If I showed up in a space and I was tired, I might say, y'all, I'm so, sorry that I'm tired. Well, why am I sorry that I'm tired? Tired is just a state of being that I was in. More than likely, very reasonably so, due to the many things that I was holding and juggling. Another example is if I were in a grocery store and I'm coming out of one space, another person is coming, and we kind of get to a point where we don't collide, but it's very evident that we're both headed to the same meeting point and we stop. My instinctual response was, oh, I'm sorry. Well, why am I sorry? For driving my cart? They don't have to apologize, but neither do I. There wasn't a collision and I hadn't done anything wrong. So I've really been sitting and reflecting on how autonomic my apology response has been throughout my life. That I would apologize for being. Let me tell y'all, my being does not require an apology. I said that out loud and it made me think of a book that I'm reading. And let me be honest with y'all, when I say reading, I'm probably reading 12 books right now. Bits and pieces, and they're so rich. But the book is called The Body Is Not an Apology. I have not gotten very far in this book, but as I was saying this out loud, it reminded me of that book. It is a book that I would recommend, not just because it was highly recommended to me, but the parts I have read are very profound. But I just wanted to offer that today. What have you been apologizing for? And if you can take a moment to reflect on what you've been apologizing for, my question then becomes, what's the purpose of an apology? Is the purpose of an apology to acknowledge wrongdoing? Is it to repair rupture based on your wrongdoing? If that feels like a generalized definition you would use for the purpose of an apology, why are we constantly apologizing for being? I find that it's not even the thing that I did that I was apologizing for, but just how I was being. This year has been a fantastic year for me of reflection, of slowing down, of divorcing urgency. And in this space, I have become rather unapologetic. As a matter of fact, that was one of my words at the beginning of the year that I had selected for myself. Unapologetic. I wanted to live my life unapologetic. That does not mean that when I do things or say things that cause harm, that I will not apologize for them and attempt to repair ruptures. But what it does mean is that my being, my essence, how I show up in the world does not require an apology. I'm recognizing more and more that the more I settle into who I am, for real, who I am, part of it is I'm discovering who I am. The other part is I'm learning to stand up and take up my full space in who I am. Some people are uncomfortable by that, and I'm not going to apologize for it because their discomfort isn't a product of my owning my being. It's a product of whatever they're going through. And I can hold compassion and curiosity and empathy for whatever they're going through, but I do not and I will not apologize for who I am. So I just wanted to make that statement this week because I felt like I know somebody needs to hear it. I know for some people it'll be the permission that you've been waiting on to say, I can be unapologetically me. For others, it'll be the first time such bold declarations have been made in your hearing, and you might think, yeah, you can have any response you want. But it's information that gives you hopefully an opportunity to get curious about your own patterns of apology. If you want to reach out to me, if you have suggestions for content, I encourage you to find me at www.thelaborsoflove.com. Don't forget, we're on all the major social media outlets. We have our YouTube channel where our Therapy Thursday videos are housed. And don't forget our podcast, the Labors of Love podcast. That's on every podcast platform that at least we can think of for right now. Until we meet again, you all be well.